ninth in left field. Number
Welcome in, baseball fans, to Mahomet-Seymour High School. Today's contest will be between your Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs and the Danville Vikings. The Danville Vikings coming to us from the Big 12 Conference for today's non-conference baseball matchup. It's been a rainy week, but the rain has stayed away. The clouds are hanging over the field, but nevertheless, it is a beautiful day for baseball here today at Mahomet-Seymour High School as the Bulldogs are currently warming up for the first inning here as they come into this contest. Playing not their best ball. They are currently 7-8, 1-3 in Apollo Conference play. They've now dropped 3 straight contests as they did, they dropped the last week against Mattoon, lost a non-conference game against Oakwood, then 2 this past weekend against Charleston, coming into the game today against Danville. It was a doubleheader at Charleston this past weekend, an Apollo Conference matchup between the Trojans and the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs were able to keep it close in both games, but were not able to come away with either one, losing 10-5 in game 1 and 8-7 in Game 2 to drop their Apollo Conference record to 1-3. The starting lineups today for your Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs, it'll be Chase Wagers on the mound. He's batting third. Norman McFall Wagers, Casillas, Carr, Sampson, Smith, Selk, and Ruzic for the Bulldogs today. Defensively, it'll be Norman at third, Sampson at shortstop, Ruzic at second, and Zach Carr at first base around the infield. Wagers working with Chase McFall in the battery, and in the outfield today, it will be Mateo Casillas out in right, Nolan Nierenhausen in center, and Carter Selk in left field. Chase Wagers is ready to go. He winds and fires, and we are off and running. It will be Cabot McLaughlin starting out for the Danville Vikings. The pitch misses high, and we are away. Danville struggling this year. They come in with a record of 1-10 as the 1-0 fastball misses away. 2 balls and no strikes. Danville just 1 win on the season. That came in a conference game against Bloomington High School. These two teams do have quite a few common opponents as Danville plays in the Big 12, and a lot of those teams are local as Wagers quickly falls behind McLaughlin. 3 balls and no strikes. It'll be Wagers and Dalton Wells, the pitchers in the contest today, as Wagers' 3-0 pitch is right down central, 3-1. Wagers making his 4th start of the season. He's already gone 12 1/3 innings pitched as McLaughlin swings through the fastball, and now the count is full. Wagers comes in with a 7.38 ERA on the season, 10 strikeouts and 10 walks in those 12 innings as McLaughlin lines it in the right field. Mateo Casillas is under it, quickly 1 away for the Bulldogs. Good start for Wagers as he falls behind 3-0, but is able to come back and get McLaughlin, and that's going to bring in today's shortstop, Cam Fairborn. Fairborn is playing shortstop in the game today. And Wagers quickly working out of the windup, and his first pitch is lined into left field. That's going to be a fair ball. Carter Selk is going to head over and try and head it off. Fairburn, big turnaround first, but he's going to stop and go back. The first hit of the ball game belongs to the Vikings. And with a runner on first base, it's going to bring in the catcher, Dylan Brown.
Third batter, number 17, the catcher, Dylan Brown.
Again, Danville struggling on the season, only 1 win so far, but Brown has been one of the bright spots. He comes in hitting .353 on the season. A check on the runner has him diving back in safely. Brown has 6 hits in 17 at-bats on the year. Another check on the runner. This one was very close. Carr puts the tag on, and he is going to be safe. Third consecutive check on the runner, safe once again. Cam Fairburn over there at first base, drawing a lot of attention of today's starting pitcher, Chase Wagers. He's at the high set for a very long time, and eventually the batter, Dylan Brown, is going to call time. Wagers clearly very concerned with the runner over there at first base. The Bulldog infielders play for the double play as another check on the runner. He's going to dive back safely. That's Sampson and Ruzic up the middle with Chase Wagers on the bump. He's looking for a ground ball as the first pitch home to Brown is a fastball that misses down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Nathan McFall behind the plate, we've seen, has a very, very good arm this season. Not afraid to let it fly as yet another check on the runner. Wagers is not letting Fairburn breathe at all over there. The Bulldogs were supposed to have a busy week this week, but because of the weather, they have not had a lot of action as Wagers falls behind 2 balls and no strikes. They were scheduled to play both Monday and Tuesday this week, but both of those games were rained out. A lot of weather here in Central Illinois this week as the 2-0 pitch misses low in the dirt, and Wagers falls behind 3-0 on the second batter already. The second out of 3 that he has fallen behind. Dylan Brown likely going to take in this situation, and the 3-0 pitch swings away, and he comes up empty. Surprising that Danville is giving their hitters the green light here so early. As Wagers, he's looking to crawl back again, but first a check on the runner, Cam Fairburn. On deck, it'll be the designated hitter, Nate Knapp, who is batting for the pitcher, Dalton Wells. And the 3-1 pitch now home is fouled out of play. That one's going to get over the fence down the first baseline. Zach Carr at first gives it a chase, but it's going to go out of play, and the count is now full. Second time already we've seen Wagers fall behind a hitter and then get it back to a full count. Last time he was able to get Kevin McLaughlin to fly out to right field as a big lead by Fairburn gets another check from Wagers. He has given him a lot of attention over there. Big gap in right center as Nierenhausen's playing straight up, but Katsias playing way over towards the line, as I believe that's either the 7th or the 8th check on the runner over there at first base. Cam Fairburn is getting a workout, just diving back to the bag as the 3-2 pitch, runner not going, and he misses up and in. He loses the hitter. That's his first walk of the ball game, and that is going to bring 2 runners on base at first and second. That's going to bring up Nate Knapp. Knapp is hitting .286 on the season, 6 hits in 21 plate appearances. As Sampson's going to hold on the runner. A first pitch curveball just does not come down enough. And is going to miss up in the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. With the 4 spot in their order, unlikely that Danville's going to lay down a bunt and here in the first inning, but you never know, trying to get runners in scoring position as the 1-0 fastball misses up and in. 2 balls and no strikes. Again, Wagers has already thrown 12 1/3 innings this season, 17 hits, 13 earned runs, as that one is fouled out of play over towards the softball field. And that's going to get the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, the clouds continue to cover here at Mahomet-Seymour High School, but it is expected that the rain is supposed to stay away, unlike it did of both Monday and Tuesday of this week. As the runners on first and second, the 2-1 pitch is fouled back to the screen, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Bulldogs still waiting for their first chance at bat against Danville pitcher Dalton Wells. It'll be the third baseman Tyler Finley, who's currently on deck. Wagers looking in for the sign from McFall. Carr plays in front of the runner at first. And the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by McFall, and it's going to bring the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wagers, in his last appearance against Mattoon, had a very rocky one. 3-2 pitch is popped foul. That one's going to get over the Danville dugout on the first base side and keep the count full. He came in against Mattoon in relief, faced 3 hitters, and walked all 3 of them before being pulled. Was not able to record an out as his control was shaky all day long. And now the 3-2 pitch to Wells is fouled out of play once again. Nate Knapp. Nate Knapp, the hitter at the plate right now. He's hitting for the pitcher, Dalton Wells. Knapp wears number 6 and bats from the right side of the plate. All 4 Danville hitters so far have been right-handed. The next pitch is swung on and missed. The runners were going, however, as no throw from Nathan McFall. Looked like a little bit of confusion from the Bulldog infield. Wagers gets his first strikeout of the night, but the runners both advance into scoring position. That's going to bring up Tyler Finley with 2 on and 2 out. Norman at third base didn't seem to be going over to cover the bag. Neither did anyone up the middle, as McFall could have had a chance to strike him out, throw him out, but instead, Danville's going to bring 2 runners in scoring position for the third baseman. First pitch to Finley is a curveball, gets him off the helmet. Looks like he's okay as he runs down to first. It was an off-speed pitch. Wagers, not a lot of control with that off-speed stuff here early on. That's going to send Brian Bazier out to the mound, as the first baseman, Zach Spencer, is coming to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 outs. So far, no harm done for Wagers, but Danville certainly threatening here in the opening inning, as Wagers has allowed a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. There will be a forced out everywhere, however, for this at-bat from Zach Spencer. Spencer's a sophomore. Comes in with no hits on the season so far, just 0 for 8. He does have 1 run batted in. Looks like Bazier said all he needs to say. And we will return to action. It's Fairburn on first, Brown on second, and Finley on first base. Fairburn on third, Brown on second, Finley on first base. For the first baseman, Zach Spencer. He's batting from the left side of the plate, wearing number 22. As Wagers is working again from the stretch, and the first pitch home. Catches the outside corner, strike number 1. Nice pitch from Wagers. Not a lot you can do with that pitch if you're Spencer. As the outfield plays shallow. And the 0-1 pitch. Went back to the same spot, got the same result. No balls and 2 strikes as Wagers. Good placement on the first 2 fastballs of this at bat, and Spencer is behind 0-2. Bulldogs looking to escape out of a first inning jam. The 0-2 pitch. Grounded on the ground to third base. That one's going to get foul. Just down the line, Norman gave it a look, and that is going to be keep the count at 0-2. Spencer was very late on that fastball. Wagers has given him 3 hard ones so far. He looks in for the sign from McFall once again. Looks like McFall setting up outside. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball chopped on the ground to shortstop. Sampson's there. He's going to flip it to Ruzic. Bang, bang play, but they get the out. The Bulldogs escaped the top half of the first inning with no runs allowed. Good defense there by the Bulldogs, and we are going to the bottom of the first with no score. The Bulldogs come to bat with no score here in the bottom of the first inning. It's going to be the third baseman, Andrew Norman, leading us off. Norman batting from the left side and wearing number 10. He's been the leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs for most of the season. He's going to be facing the right-hander Dalton Wells as the third baseman, Tyler Finley, way in over there on the grass. Looked like he's expecting the bunt from Norman as the first pitch breaking ball from Wells is in the dirt. It'll be Norman, McFall, and Wagers here in the bottom of the first inning. Casillas and Carr, if anyone are to reach base, as Wells working out of the slow windup and the 1-0 pitch home to Norman. Chopped up the middle. That's going to be the second baseman, McLaughlin. Gets it and fires it over to Zach Spencer, 4-3 on the putout. And Norman is retired to start off the Bulldogs' day. It's going to bring up the catcher, Nathan McFall.
That brings up the catcher, number 2, Nate McFall.
McFall is hitting .258 on the season, 8 hits in 31 tries thus far. 2 doubles on the season for him as the senior hitting catcher outfield plays very deep for him, and the first pitch from Wells is right back up the middle, gets under Wells' glove. McLaughlin dives for it. He's not going to get it, and McFall has the first base hit of the evening for the Mahomet-Seymour Bulldogs. That ball was hit fairly hard, just got underneath the glove of the pitcher and the diving second baseman. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Chase Wagers. Wagers wearing number 8 on the bump today for the Bulldogs. He's hitting .370 this season. 17 hits in 46 at-bats for him. 2 doubles and a triple. He's driven in 16 runs, which is second on the team. Wells works out of the stretch. That pitch way up and in. Misses 1 ball, no strikes. McFall gets his lead at first. He's held on by Spencer. It's Dylan Brown behind the plate. Wells fires. McFall goes the throw down. He's a good one, but McFall slides in safely. He got a great jump over there at first base. And Dylan Brown had little to no shot at him as McLaughlin's tag was way late. And now the Bulldogs have a runner in scoring position. McLaughlin's holding on the runner at second. Big hole in between first and second base bag if Wagers wants to go the other way. Wells comes set, and the 2-0 pitch is low. 3 balls and no strikes. As the throw behind McFall over there at second base, he dives in safely. Dylan Brown looking to keep McFall close. It's the 4-hitter, the right fielder, Mateo Casillas, waiting on deck if Wagers is able to reach. And the 3-0 pitch home from Wells. Fastball in there for a strike, 3-1. Wagers with a man in scoring position. Again, he has knocked in 16. Most on the team behind his shortstop today, Will Sampson. And the 3-1 pitch to him. High in the air to center field. Zane Ray is under it. McFall's going to tag and go to third. The throw is cut off, and he's going to slide in safely. So McFall is able to advance on the play, but it's going to be the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring in Mateo Casillas.
Brings up the right fielder, number 30, Mateo Casillas.
That ball wasn't too deep for the center fielder, Ray, and he was able to get underneath it without much issue. And Casillas steps in now. He comes in hitting .345, 10 base hits in 29 at-bats, 5 doubles, 4 singles, and a home run for him. Just knocked in 10, scored 11. As again, the outfield plays fairly deep. Casillas bats from the left side, wearing the black arm sleeve on his left arm. McFall leads off of third base, looking to be the go-ahead run for the Bulldogs. And the first pitch home from Wells, swung on and missed by Casillas. Good pitch there from the Danville right-hander. That one tailing away from Mateo Casillas. Looks like a little bit of two-seam action. It'll be Zane Ray, Zach Simmons, and Jason Gray, the 3 outfielders hitting for Danville in the top half of the second inning. As Casillas swings through another one, looked like Wells might have taken something off of that changeup. And it's now going to be 0-2. Casillas going to have to choke up. Zach Carr, the first baseman, waits on deck, hoping that the inning will be extended to him. They play straight up infield and outfield. And the 0-2 pitch home to Casillas. Launched deep to right field. That one's got a chance. Back to the track, to the wall. It's gone. Mateo Casillas, a 2-strike, 2-out home run. He goes deep to right field, just to the right of the scoreboard, and the Bulldogs are going to take a 2-0 lead. That is Casillas' second home run of the season. He's knocked in numbers 11 and 12. McFall comes in the score, and the Bulldogs have the lead. An absolute bomb from the Bulldog right fielder brings in 2 runs, and Chase Wagers has a little bit of wiggle room on the mound now, as now Zach Carr is going to step into the plate.
The first baseman, number 21, Zach Carr.
That one was absolutely murdered off the bat. Dalton Wells making an 0-2 mistake, and Casillas made him pay for it and then some, as Wells will now have to reset out of the windup. And the first pitch home to Zach Carr is a fastball, catches the outside corner, 0-1. That one looked good off the bat. The right fielder Simmons gave it a look, but it was able to clear the fence by a decent margin, probably 10, 15 feet out there. as the 0-1 pitch is a curveball. Carr keeps it inside the first base line for a base hit. The right fielder Simmons gets over there to keep it to a single, but Carr gets it inside the bag past the first baseman Spencer, and the Bulldogs, with 2 consecutive base hits, brings in their RBI leader, Will Sampson. Sampson playing shortstop today, hitting .378 on the season. He leads the team with 9 doubles, 18 RBI, and 18 runs scored. All those categories Sampson leads the Bulldogs in. He's also reached on 7 walks, bringing his on-base percentage to .472. Wells is going to work out of the windup, and Zach Carr will be over there out of the stretch, and Zach Carr will be over there at first base. The first pitch misses away. Dylan Brown gives a little bit of a look over there to Carr at first, but no throw. Sampson wearing number 27, the senior right-handed hitting shortstop. Fairburn plays him the pull over there at shortstop. Big hole up the middle as the 1-0 pitch. Sampson pops it foul up over towards us, and that's going to even up the count at 1-1. I talked about how the Bulldogs and the Vikings have some common opponents, and the Bulldogs have certainly come out on top against most of them. We talked about Charleston, of course. The Bulldogs lost to Charleston. Danville lost to Charleston as well, 15-5 in a non-conference game. But the Bulldogs have played Champaign Central, Champaign Centennial, and St. Joe, all of whom, to put it lightly, have absolutely destroyed Danville. St. Joe beat them 17-1. Centennial in a doubleheader beat them 11-1 and 14-2. And Central beat them 17-3 and 15-0. All 3 of those opponents Mahomet-Seymour beat, so they certainly have the upper hand in that matchup. As the 2-1 pitch to Sampson is lined in the left center field. That one's going to get down and go all the way to the wall. It's going to be extra bases. Sampson adds to his team lead in doubles as the relay is over the head of the shortstop Fairburn, but no advancement from the runners. Sampson, another double on the season, and now with 2 runners in scoring position, it's going to be the designated hitter, Braden Smith. Bulldogs with 3 consecutive hits in the inning. A Casillas 2-out homer, a Carr single, and a Sampson double have them cooking, already up by 2 runs. Sampson just got that one past the center fielder, Zane Ray, and it rolled all the way to the wall. That's now his 10th double on the season. The next highest player, Mateo Casillas, only has 5. So Sampson comfortable leading that category as the first pitch to the designated hitter Smith misses away. Smith is hitting .353 on the season, 6 hits and 17 at-bats. He's hitting for the center fielder today, Nierenhausen, as Sampson has a massive lead over there at second base with no one holding him on. The pitch is inside. Carr's going to try and score. We're going to have a play at the plate. Brown flips to Wells. The tag is there, but the ball is get away, and Sampson's going to come in to score. Heads up base running by Will Sampson as the ball just got by the pitcher, Dalton Wells. It was resting about 10 to 15 feet away from the plate, but Wells was on the ground, and none of the Danville infielders came in to get that, and 2 runs are going to score on a wild pitch. A good throw probably gets Carr at the plate, but it hit off of Wells' glove, and just like that, the Bulldogs take a 4-0 lead. Heads up base running all around by the Bulldogs. 2 runs come in to score on a wild pitch, and now Braden Smith is ahead in the count, 3 balls and no strikes. Really, really good play by Sampson as he saw that no one was coming to get that ball, and he ended up running in and scoring without a play, even though that ball was barely in front of the plate. As Smith has the green light, 3-0. He fouls it back to the screen, and now it's 3-1. The left fielder, Carter Selk, is waiting on deck. Wells gets back onto the mound. He's already allowed 4 base hits in the inning. All 4 have come around to score, and the 3-1 pitch to Smith is way outside, gets by Brown to the backstop, and Smith is going to have a 2-out walk. And he's going to try and advance to second base. The Bulldogs are so aggressive on the bases this inning, and the throw gets away. A walk turned into 2 bases for Braden Smith. That is exactly what Nick DiFilippo has been teaching these guys, looking to hustle in every possible moment. The Bulldogs taking full advantage of that here in the first inning, and just like that, they have a runner in scoring position. That is exactly what you want if you're the Bulldogs just hustling at every play, a wild pitch, and they score from second base, and then a walk wild pitch gets a runner all the way to second. Danville just been caught lacking here in the first inning, and now a throw behind Smith comes up with no play, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Selk bats from the left side of the plate. He's hitting .256 on the season, 10 base hits and 39 tries, 6 singles and 3 doubles for him, along with a big fly. As the 1-0 pitch, he chops it on the ground to first base. That's going to be a foul ball, as Zach Spencer doesn't even give it a look. 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, it will be 7, 8, and 9 coming up for Danville in the top half of the second inning. They loaded the bases in their half of the first, but they were not able to bring anyone in. The Bulldogs already with their 8th man to the plate in this inning, as the 1-1 pitch home to Carter Selk. Curveball misses away. Another throw behind the runner is going to come up without a tag. Both Chase Wagers on the bump for the Bulldogs and Dylan Brown behind the plate for the Vikings. Very, very concerned with the runners in this game so far, as they are constantly giving a check on them. As the 2-1 pitch now coming home to Carter Selk. He rips it into center field. That's going to get down in front of Zane Ray. They're going to wave in the runner Smith. The throw is cut off, and that's going to be an RBI base hit for Carter Selk. The Bulldogs with their 5th run of the inning. And all that is due to the aggressiveness of Braden Smith. Him being in scoring position after that walk allowed a single to score him, and that's going to bring the Bulldogs 9-hitter, second baseman Evan Ruzic, to the plate, as they have officially sent everyone in the order up to bat here in the first against Dalton Wells and Danville. Ruzic, a .364 hitter on the season. 4 hits in 11 tries for him. 6 runs batted in, 3 runs scored, as he is playing second base today. Norman, the normal second baseman, is over there at third, and Wagers, the normal third baseman, is on the bump. So a little bit of defensive shifting allows Ruzic to get the chance here today, as that curveball looked like it went behind him over his head. He was able to duck and bring the bat down, and that moves the count to 2-0. Selk leads at first base. And the 2-0 pitch coming home to Evan Ruzic. Strike on the outside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike. Now 5 hits in the innings for the Bulldogs, along with a walk. Andrew Norman and Chase Wagers so far the only 2 outs of the inning, but Norman waits on deck. As the 2-1 pitch coming home to Ruzic, that one misses up and in again. 3 balls and a strike. No action, a little bit of action in the Danville bullpen. It looks like they've got a lefty and a righty playing catch. So we're unsure of which one will be warming up to pitch. But we'll get that to you if substitution is made. Ruzic lines it on the ground to third base. That's going to be played by Tyler Finley. And the 3rd out of the inning is finally made by Danville, but not before Mahomet does some damage with 2 outs. They score all 5 of their runs with 2 outs in the inning, and after a full inning, it's 5-0 home team.
fielder, number 14, Zane.
It's going to be the center fielder, Zane Ray, leading us off here in the top half of the second inning. Chase Wagers back on the bump. He allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, and hit a man in the first inning, but no one was able to come around to score. And the Bulldogs went and gave him some insurance in the bottom half of the inning. And the Bulldogs lead here 5-0 as Ray watches the first pitch down low for a ball. The junior, Zane Ray, has yet to get a hit this season. He scored 2 runs. No hits in 8 at-bats as he swings through the 1-0 fastball and evens up the count 1-1. The Bulldogs will be back to the top of their order in the bottom half of the second as they sent all 9 batters to the plate in the first inning. Another 1-1 fastball was swung on and missed, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wagers looking for his second strikeout of the day. He's got 7, 8, and 9 here in this inning. He's working quickly, and he gets his second strikeout. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed, hung on to by McFall. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Zach Simmons.
The right fielder.
Simmons is a junior with limited experience so far this season. He's 1 for 2 on the day, or on the season, I should say, excuse me. And he lines that one deep into right field. Casillas comes in and then goes back, but he is there to make the play. Very good contact there by Simmons, but Casillas was there for it. And a quick 2 outs from Wagers brings up the left fielder, Jason Gray.
The left fielder, Jaden Gray.
Gray is a sophomore. Has driven in 2 runs and scored 1 on the season. No hits yet in 5 at-bats. And the first pitch fastball is called a strike. He wears number 4, batting number 9 for Danville, as they will have Cabot McLaughlin and the top of the order on deck. But Wagers working quickly and ahead now. No balls and 2 strikes, looking to strike out his 3rd batter of the day, the second of the inning, and make this a very quick top of the second. As the 0-2 pitch. Got him on the outside corner. That's the 3rd out of the inning, and that is going to send us to a quick break. But as we go, we would just like to draw your attention to a little bit of a situation going on here in Mahomet. Mahomet is the kind of town that knows how to rally behind its own. Take a look at this announcement to see how you can join the fund, raising effort to support 2 families in their battle against cancer.
Okay, good morning, Bulldog families and fans. My name is Nick DiFilippo. I'm the head baseball coach here at mahomet-seymour High School. I'm here today with the other spring and summer sport coaches to make you aware of a program that our spring sports teams are putting together to support 2 of our families currently dealing and battling with cancer. This spring, Mahomet-Seymour baseball team will be taking pledges and donations for each strikeout recorded by the Bulldog pitching staff. This money will be collected at the end of the season and shared with the families of Lincoln Trail teacher Sarah Dyer and family of MSHS teacher Eric Andrecki.
And I'm Rob Ledden, the head wrestling coach, and we're also going to participate, and we're going to use Pins for Cancer.
Hi, Lisa Ayers, head softball coach. We're partnering with baseball, and we'll be taking donations and pledges for strikeouts this season as well.
My name is Keith Pogue. I'm the head boys track coach. I'm also representing our girls track program. We're going to contribute based on first place finishes this track season.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Davis, head varsity coach for the girls soccer this spring. We're going to be doing goals for cancer.
For more information on this initiative, please contact the head coach of any of the spring sports programs, as we'll be sharing this information also through the Sky Alert system, our social media, and other ways throughout the building. And remember, no Bulldog stands alone in their battle.
A link to the pledge form is in the description of this video. Please consider offering what you can to help the Andrecki and Dyer families. Let them show that no Bulldog stands alone. Thank you guys for tuning into that message, a really important message. And again, you can find that video on the Bulldog TV YouTube channel that you are currently watching this game on. As the Bulldogs back to the top of the order here in the top of the, or bottom of the second, I should say. It's going to be Andrew Norman. He grounded out to the second baseman, McLaughlin, to lead off the Bulldog first. Norman comes in batting .313, playing third base today, sliding over from his usual second because Wagers is on the bump. And the 1-0 curveball misses, 2 balls and no strikes. Norman, McFall, Wagers, the top 3 hitters in the order for the Bulldogs. Casillas, if anyone, should reach. Dalton Wells working out of the windup. And the 1-1 pitch home to Norman. Lined up the middle. It's going to get into the glove of the shortstop Fairburn. The throw to first is in time. Really nice play by Fairburn over there at shortstop. Norman looked like he might have had a line drive up the middle, but he was able to make the play. It was Fairburn. He got it over to Spencer, and now Norman is 0 for 2 on the day. Brings up Nate McFall. McFall ripped a single into center field his last time up. He then stole a base and came around to score on the 2-run home run by Mateo Casillas. That was the 16th run scored for McFall this season, which now gives him the 3rd most on the team as the first pitch from Wells misses away, 1-0. McFall wears number 2 and plays position number 2, the catcher. He has been a force behind the dish for the Bulldogs so far this season. As the 1-0 pitch misses low and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Cloud cover maintains here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. A little bit of a breeze as we're hoping these spotted showers find a way to stay away, as it has been a very wet beginning of the week. Bulldogs had games canceled on both Monday and Tuesday because of weather. The 2-0 pitch misses up and in, 3 balls and no strikes. Mahomet was scheduled to play Gibson City on Monday and Teutopolis on Tuesday. Neither of those games ended up happening, as this is the first game they're going to play this week. And then this Saturday, they've got a conference doubleheader at the Lincoln Railers. The Bulldogs looking to pick up some of their Apollo Conference play as McFall lines a 3-0 pitch into right center field. That's going to one-hop the wall. He's into second base, and he's going to stop there. Nathan McFall is 2 for 2 on the day, the first 2 legs of the cycle, as he just ripped that one on 3-0. And brings in the pitcher, Chase Wagers. Wagers flew out to the center fielder, Zane Ray, his first time up. He had almost this exact situation. In fact, he did have this exact situation. McFall on second base with 1 out after McFall singled and stole a base in his first time up. He flew out last time. McFall was able to advance to third on that fly ball before Casillas on deck eventually brought him home with the 2-run big fly. First pitch, a front door breaking ball from Wells, doesn't quite get back inside the zone, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Wells is set once again, and the 1-0 to Wagers high in the air down the first base line. Spencer is going to give chase, but it's going to bounce off the top of the Danville dugout and go out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. McFall very speedy out there at second base, likely to score on any base hit to the outfield. As Wells is set once again. McFall being held on by McLaughlin over there at second base, and the 1-1 pitch. Wagers lines it in the center field. That's going to get down. McFall is quickly being waved in. The throw is coming home from Zane Ray. Nope, it's going to be cut off at second base. A RBI single from Chase Wagers. Nathan McFall comes around with his 2nd run scored already of the day. That's going to bring in the cleanup man, Mateo Casillas. It's going to be a courtesy runner for the pitcher. It's going to be number 9, Jaden Lager, heading over there, as Wagers will be able to re-enter. Chase Wagers with the RBI single. That's RBI number 17 on the season. That's going to bring in Casillas. Casillas got down in the count 0-2 his first time up, but then smacked a big fly out to right center field, just to the right of the Bulldogs scoreboard. He opened up the scoring, and the Bulldogs were able to continue it after that. It's the first pitch to him. He fouls it out of play. That one's a high fly ball behind the Bulldog dugout this time, and it's going to find the grass. 0-1. Casillas looked to be swinging for the fences once again. His 2nd home run of the season came back in the first inning, as did RBIs number 11 and 12, and runs scored number 12. He wears number 30, batting from the left side of the plate. And the 0-1 pitch, off speed, misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Danville looking to turn a double play. They got a ground ball to start this inning. Dalton Wells would certainly appreciate another one, as the 1-1 pitch misses away once again. 2 balls and a strike now, as the wind beginning to pick up a little bit. It is blowing out, looks like to about left center field. So a ball that gets hit up in the air, you got to watch out. Mahomet-Seymour Field always plays a little bit small, and with the wind blowing out, it could turn into something of an offensive field day for players as the 2-1 pitch catches the inside corner, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one a borderline pitch. Casillas didn't seem to like the call, but it's going to even it up at 2-2 regardless. Lager leads off of first base. He's running for the pitcher Wagers, who singled in McFall in the last at bat. And the 2-2 pitch home to Casillas. He sends a high fly ball fouled of third, but it looks like it's going to stay in play for Tyler Finley, who's fading back towards the bag and makes the catch. Foul pop out is the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Zach Carr. Carr singled and came around to score back in the first as he lined it just inside of the first base bag. He singled, Sampson on deck doubled, and they both came around to score on one wild pitch. As the first pitch home to Carr. Fastball outside corner, called a strike. Carr second on the Bulldogs in hitting at .381. That hit back in the first was his 17th base hit of the season, and he came around to score run number 18. He is second on the team in runs behind Will Sampson. Lager takes off for second base. He got a fantastic jump. Dylan Brown's throw is well late. Nothing he could do there as Jaden Lager gets the stolen base, moves up into scoring position, and Zach Carr will have a 1-1 count. Carr is ready now, the 1-1 pitch. In the dirt, blocked by Brown. Big jump off a second by Lager, and he's going to be able to dive back in. The throw's going to go into center field. No advancement there. Is a little bit of a wild play. Dylan Brown with a nice block behind the plate. Lager was caught a little bit too far off of second base. The throw was high, though, so he was able to dive back safely in the second, and the throw into center field ended up providing no advancement. The count is 2-1. Dalton Wells comes set. And the next one home to Zach Carr. That one goes behind him as he does a little bit of a dance move to stay out of the way. And the count will now be 3-1. Wells losing his control a little bit. We've already seen one Danville pitcher warming up. Got to wonder how long this outing will last for Wells. He's already given up 6 runs, all of them earned on 7 base hits. And the 3-1 pitch in the dirt. That's going to be a walk for Zach Carr. Good block by Brown. Doesn't allow Lager to advance. But the Bulldog leader in RBIs and doubles is going to come up to the dish. That's Will Sampson. That's the second walk of the day for Dalton Wells. Sampson doubled in the left center and came around to score from second on a wild pitch back in the first. One of the 2 instances of just really good heads-up base running by the Bulldogs. The second coming from the man on deck. As the first pitch looked like a changeup, tails inside. Sampson with a good eye, and it's 1 ball, no strikes. Danville will have top of the order coming up to the plate in their half of the 3rd inning. The 1-0 pitch coming home to Sampson. Misses up in the zone. 2 balls and no strikes now. Zane Ray, Zach Simmons, and Jason Gray playing straight up in the outfield. McLaughlin holding on the runner at second base. Spencer playing behind the runner at first. The 2-0 pitch is in there for a called strike. 2-1. Another throw back to second base. Lager gets in there without much trouble. Dylan Brown not afraid to let it fly from back behind the dish. He's already tried to pick her behind several runners at second and a couple at first as well. So far it hasn't come back to bite Danville, but we know Mahomet has been very aggressive on the base paths today. We'll see if they try and bait him into something. As the 2-1 pitch is in the dirt, Lager gets a big jump off a second and eventually scampers back. 3-1. The Bulldogs doing a great job on the base paths. They're forcing Danville into some errors as Brown has had to be on his toes back there, as Wells struggling to throw strikes, struggling to keep it out of the dirt, and the Bulldogs are looking to capitalize if it ever gets too far away from the catcher, as Sampson's going to be sitting dead red here. The 3-1 pitch. He smacks it into left center field. That's going to be a tough play. Ray's over. It's not going to get it. It's going to go off the wall. Another double for Will Sampson is going to bring in a run He just keeps on doing it. That's his second double of the day and his 11th on the season. He missed a home run there by just a couple feet as that one hit the fence about halfway up on the fly. The Bulldogs get another run, and it's going to bring the designated hitter, Braden Smith, into the box.
Smith, number 19.
Lager came in to score easily. Zach Carr ended up being held at third. Smith ended up walking and coming around to score in the first inning. Sampson just continues to contribute. He's got 11 doubles already on the season. That leads the team by more than double, no pun intended, as Wells is going to work out of the windup and miss away with the first pitch to Braden Smith. Smith is hitting .353. That walk in the first was his 5th of the season, brings his on-base percentage above 500 for the year as he has started to find a home in that designated hitter role. Today he's hitting for the center fielder, Nierenhausen. The 1-0 pitch misses away again. 2 balls and no strikes. It was Smith who walked the wild pitch, got back to the screen, and he eventually got all the way to second base as now Danville's going to call time. And it looks like Dalton Wells' day might just be done. No move has officially been made to the bullpen as of yet, but there is a Danville player walking in from the bullpen. They might just be giving him a little bit of extra time to warm up. Again, no move has been made, but Dalton Wells struggling in this inning and in the game. 3 hits in this inning along with a walk. 2 more Bulldog runners have come in to score, and they are threatening again with 2 runners in scoring position. Bulldogs lead 7-0 on 8 hits. Danville only with 1 hit in the ballgame so far. As it's a long visit out there on the mound, as a Danville left-hander is currently getting loose over there in the bullpen. Looks like Wells is going to keep the ball. It's going to be still his outing, as he is going to have to buckle down, start to throw some strikes, and start to get some guys out. The Bulldogs threatening to stretch this one even bigger early on. Wells goes back to the stretch after working out of the windup for the first 2 pitches of this at bat. And the 2-0 pitch to Smith is in the dirt. Good block by Brown. 3 balls and no strikes. Braden Smith looking to walk for the second time of the day. It's going to be Carter Selk, the left-handed batter, on deck. It's a left-handed reliever getting loose for Danville right now. So we'll see if he will be brought in for that assignment. Wells is set. The 3-0 pitch home to Braden Smith. In there on the inside corner, Smith thought he might have had a free pass, but it just catches the inside part of that plate. And it's going to be 3 balls and 1 strike. They play straight up infield and outfield. McLaughlin starting to hold on the runner a little bit there at second base. That's Will Sampson. Now he's going to get away. Sampson's going to get a very big lead, and the 3-1 pitch home to Smith. He's going to follow it out of play over towards the softball field, and that's going to fill up the count now, 3-2. Again, Sampson's got a big lead over there at second base. It's going to be unlikely that he can be caught on any sort of base hit to the outfield. The Bulldogs have already shown their aggressiveness on the base paths in the game today. And the 3-2 pitch. Smith is going to call time, and we're going to stop and have to do this one again. It's been a fairly clean ball game in terms of errors and whatnot. Neither team with an error so far. It's just been a really good hitting day for the Bulldogs. Lots of extra base hits on the board already as the 3-2 pitch coming home to Braden Smith. He fouls out of play once again. That one headed for the softball field, and the count will remain full. Wells going back to that fastball on the outside part of the plate. Doesn't look like he's been able to locate the off-speed stuff all that well. Smith is ready once again, and Wells comes set. The next 3-2 delivery coming home to the Bulldog designated hitter. Fouled back to the screen. Smith is staying alive. 3 consecutive foul balls, and the count remains full. Wells' pitch count is getting up there Has 7 runs already in 2 innings. We'll do that to a pitch count. Carter Selk still is on deck. And again, Danville will have the top of their order come to the dish in the top half of the 3rd. The Bulldogs looking to make this a short one. Wind blowing out to left center field. The 3-2 pitch coming home to Braden Smith. Off speed, sent into right center field. It's going to send Simmons over. He's under it, and he makes the catch. Dalton Wells wins the battle with Braden Smith, but not before the Bulldogs add 2 more. After 2 full here at Mahomet-Seymour High School, Bulldogs lead 7-0.
Okay, good morning, Bulldog families and fans. My name is Nick DiFilippo. I'm the head baseball coach here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. I'm here today with the other spring and summer sport coaches to make you aware of a program that our spring sports teams are putting together to support 2 of our families currently dealing and battling with cancer. This spring, Mahomet-Seymour baseball team will be taking pledges and donations for each strikeout recorded by the Bulldog pitching staff. This money will be collected at the end of the season and shared with the families of Lincoln Trail teacher Sarah Dyer and family of MSHS teacher Eric Andrecki.
And I'm Rob Ledden, the head wrestling coach, and we're also going to participate, and we're going to use pins for cancer.
Hi, Lisa Ayers, head softball coach. We're partnering with baseball, and we'll be taking donations and pledges for strikeouts this season as well.
My name is Keith Pogue. I'm the head boys track coach. I'm also representing our girls track program. We're going to contribute based on
Top of the order for Danville here in the top of the 3rd inning. Cabot McLaughlin starts us off. He flew out to Casillas out in right field his first time up, and he is behind in the count, 0-1. Next pitch from Wagers, fouled back to the screen quickly, 0-2. We saw Wagers in the last inning. He was able to buckle down very well after a little bit of struggle in the first. He loaded the bases in the first inning before eventually stranding 3 Danville runners. That one's going to be chopped on the ground to third. Norman charges, cannot make the play, and that's going to be an error on the third baseman. Norman, the base runner, is on base. Cabot McLaughlin reaches on the E5, and it's going to bring up Cam Fairborn. As I was saying, Wagers loaded up the bases in the first inning before getting out of it, but in the second, he went very quickly with 2 strikeouts and a first pitch flyout. He's up to 3 strikeouts on the day. Brings in the shortstop, Cam Fairborn. Fairborn singled his last time up and was eventually stranded at third base to end the inning. Small lead from McLaughlin over there. And the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Good location from Chase Wagers. McFall was setting up out there, and he hit his spot. Fairborn has the only hit of the day so far for Danville, as he sends that one high and out of play, back behind us. And that's going to be quickly 0-2. Fairborn has made a couple nice plays defensively, as well as having the only hit so far for Danville. The curveball misses way away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. No Blake Walters in the game for the Bulldogs today. Their normal 2-hitter who has played all over the diamond, getting the day off for the Bulldogs, but their offense has not missed a beat as they are picking up right where he has left off this season. Walters is their leading hitter on the year, batting .465, as that one's high in the sky on the infield. Wagers and Norman are converging on it, and it's eventually going to be Wagers who makes the play just a couple feet off of the mound. Carr, Wagers, and Norman were all in there charging, but it was the pitcher who ended up making the play. It's going to go down as a pop-up number 1, It's going to bring in the catcher, Dylan Brown, who walked in the first inning. The only walk of the day for Chase Wagers. A ground ball could get him out of this inning. Fairburn made decent contact with that. He just happened to hit it straight up in the air. First pitch from Wagers is an off-speed delivery. Nice pitch. Gets the outside corner. 0-1. We've seen Brown very aggressive behind the plate today as he's been trying to throw out several different runners. And the 0-1 pitch misses away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brown wearing number 17 and catching for Danville here today. The junior hitting .353 on the season. 1-1 pitch, off speed, fouled out of play down the right field line. Gets over onto the softball field, and now it's going to be 1-2. Wagers gets the sign for McFall. He's already got 3 strikeouts in the game today. He's looking for number 4. The 1-2 pitch. He's got it on the outside corner. The fastball froze Dylan Brown. His first strikeout looking of the day. And that's going to be the designated hitter, Nate Knapp, who was a strikeout victim himself back in the first. Wagers with a really good location on that 2-strike fastball. There wasn't a lot Brown could have done with the pitch, but it just froze him, and he watched it for out number 2. First pitch, breaking ball, misses outside for Wagers. Good little bite on that curveball, but he just could not get it in the zone. 1-0. McLaughlin over there at first. He reached on the air. He's still with a very small lead over there as the fastball is swung on and missed by Knapp. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Bulldogs will have 8, 9, and 1, I should say. Selk, Ruzic, and Norman in the bottom half of the third. As Knapp might have chased on that one, the fastball up in the zone. He swings and misses, and it's quickly 1-2. Wagers looking to get 2 strikeouts in his second consecutive inning. That would bring his total up to 5, but Knapp is going to call time and step out of the box as the wind picks up. It's still blowing out to left center field. If anyone gets underneath the ball, it could carry quite well out there as the 1-2 pitch lined into shallow right field. That one's going to get down over the head of Ruzic in front of Casillas. A 2-out base hit for Danville. Hit their second base hit of the day. That's going to bring in Tyler Finley. Finley was hit by a pitch, a curveball to the helmet his first time up. Thankfully, he was okay. It was not thrown very fast. And Danville is looking to push across their first run of the day. The second time they've had a runner in scoring position. The first pitch is a strike in there on the outside corner. Good pitch from Wagers. 0-1. Finley playing third base today for Danville. Hasn't had a lot of action defensively. And he lines it into the left side, but Norman is there to make the play before it gets into left field. He made an error to start the inning, but a really nice play to end it. Another 0 on the board for Chase Wagers, and we're going to the bottom of the third. 7-0 Bulldogs. The left-handed hitting Carter Selk is going to lead us off here in the bottom half of the third inning. He had an RBI single in his first trip to the plate back in the first, as every Bulldog hitter came to the plate. And then they sent 7 to the plate in the bottom of the second, as they're looking to keep those offensive hot streaks alive. Dalton Wells is back out there for his third inning of work. He's given up 8 hits, 2 walks, and 7 earned runs so far today, as the 1-0 pitch misses low and away. 2 balls and no strikes, 8-9-1 for the Bulldogs. The only Bulldog without a hit in today's game. There are 2, I should say. Ruzic, who's on deck, and Andrew Norman, who's in the hole, so they'll both have a chance to rectify that, as Selk hits a high fly ball down the left field line. Jason Gray gives chase, and he's not going to be able to make the catch. It's going to fall fair. Selk is in the second base. He's going to round it, and he's going to end up staying there. The high fly ball was caught up a little bit by the wind. It was tailing, and Jason Gray was not able to make the catch. It's going to go down as an error. He did not make contact with it, but that high fly ball, he was camped underneath it. Really should have made the play, so that's going to go down as an E7. That's going to bring in Evan Ruzic with a runner in scoring position. Ruzic grounded out to the third baseman, Tyler Finley, his last time up. McLaughlin holding on the runner there at second base. And Ruzic lines it into center field. That's going to be Zane Ray over, and Zane Ray makes the catch on the run. Nice play by the Danville center fielder.
Ruzic flies out to the center fielder.
And we're back to the top of the order now. Andrew Norman coming to the plate. He's grounded out twice. Once to the second baseman, once to the shortstop. The leadoff hitter for the Bulldogs is 0 for 2 on the day. 15 base hits in now 50 at-bats on the plate for him. Exactly at the 300 mark hitting. And the first pitch to him is high in the air to center field. Zane Ray's going to come in. He's got a beat on it. He dives. He's not able to make the play. It's a hit for Norman. He's going to move to second base. They're going to send Selk. The throw is over the cutoff man, and he's going to score standing up. The Bulldogs turn up the gas once again on the base paths, and it comes in handy. Andrew Norman with the high fly ball. Zane Ray gave it a chase, a valiant effort with the dive, but he was not able to make the catch. Norman never stopped. He was in the second base, and Carter Selk was able to run from all the way from second. The throw came into the shortstop Fairburn, but went over his head, and Selk was able to score easily after the error. That's the first unearned run allowed by Dalton Wells, and the Bulldogs now lead by 8 with Nathan McFall stepping into the box. The first pitch is low, gets through Brown, but not far enough for an advancement by Norman. It's going to be 1-0. McFall's 2 for 2 on the day, a single, a stolen base, a double, and 2 runs scored. He's scored after both of his base hits so far. He's going to look to keep that going. The 1-0 pitch is coming home from Wells. Misses up in the zone. 2 balls and no strikes. McFall had been struggling a little bit at the dish. Saw his average dip down to 258 on the season, but a 2 for 2 effort today. He's now got 10 hits and 33 tries. That average is all the way back up there. As the 2-0 pitch to McFall now. He fouls it out of play, spoils it over the first base dugout, and it's going to be 2-1. They play straight up in left and center, but Zach Simmons out there in right field is way over towards the line. McFall has a lot of power to the opposite field, so if he gets one into right center, he could be able to run for a long time. As the 2-1 pitch up and in, misses 3 balls and a strike. Chase Wagers, the pitcher, is on deck. Norman leads off of second after his RBI double. And McFall is going to be sitting dead red here. He knows he's going to get something good to hit. The 3-1 pitch. In the dirt, he walks. Norman's going to try and advance to third. We're going to have a play. The throw is in time, and he got him. The Bulldogs' aggressiveness on the base paths is... It catches up to them for the first time today as Norman is out. McFall's still going to be at first base, but now there's going to be 2 outs, and it's going to bring up the pitcher, Chase Wagers. Wagers, an RBI single his last time up. He was eventually lifted for a pinch runner who ended up stealing a base and coming around to score. McFall, big lead over there at first base. He's not going, and the first pitch misses up and away. 1-0. The throw gets away from Wells, but no advancement from the runner. The Bulldogs have scored in all 3 innings so far, 5 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 here in the third, and they're not done yet. Speedy run over there at first base. Got to imagine McFall's going to be going at some point. And they're good 3-hitter at the plate, Chase Wagers. The 1-0 pitch, McFall is indeed running. The pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. McFall with a really good jump. Likely would have had second base stolen without much of an issue, but he's going to turn around and head back to first. The hit and run not really working there for the Bulldogs. So we'll see if they want to try it again. See if McFall wants to head out on 2 consecutive pitches. Wells looking to make it through his quietest inning so far, as just a 1 run allowed would be the best of the day for him. Runner not going again. It's a pitch out, as nothing doing, and Wagers is the beneficiary of a 2-1 count now. Seems like an interesting choice there by Danville, as McFall over there catching his breath after stealing on the last pitch. Kind of wasting a pitch to Chase Wagers, and now the 2-1 pitch. McFall not going again. And it's high in the air to center field. Zane Ray's coming in on it, and it's going to fall. The catcher, McFall, is over to third. It was the shortstop, Fairburn, who was not able to make the play. A seeing eye single from Chase Wagers, as that one just found the perfect spot. It was high in the air, but the second baseman, McLaughlin, the shortstop, Fairburn, and the center fielder, Zane Ray, all were not able to make the play. It's the third base hit of the inning for the Bulldogs. That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter, Mateo Casillas. Casillas, a 2-run homer in the first. A pop-out in foul territory to Tyler Finley at third base in the second inning, as he's looking to add to his RBI total here. He's already got 12. And the first pitch, strike on the inside corner. Wagers has once again been lifted for the pinch runner. That's Jaden Lager. Lager already with a stolen base in the ballgame today. Again, high school rules. Wagers will be able to re-enter and come back out onto the mound. So he's just being lifted for the little bit quicker Lager, who does take off. But Casillas chops it on the ground to right field. That's going to be a base hit. McLaughlin was over covering the bag for the stealing attempt of Jaden Lager. Mateo Casillas takes advantage of the wide open right side with the RBI base hit, his 3rd RBI of the day. McFall comes around the score, and the Bulldogs have first and third once again, as Lager was able to move up to third base, and it's going to be Zach Carr, who's reached base both times here today. Carr with a single, a run scored, and a walk in the ballgame so far today. So the Bulldogs have opened up a 9-0 lead now. The first pitch from Wells. Runner goes. The throw is into center field, and another Bulldog runner is going to come across to score. Casillas gets the stolen base. The throw from Brown went all the way through to second base. A little bit of miscommunication by McLaughlin and Fairborn, as it ended up hitting off of Cabot McLaughlin, bouncing into shallow left center field. Jaden Lager was able to come around to score easily. Pinch running for Chase Wagers, and it's now a 10-0 ball game. The count is 1-1 on Carr, with Casillas standing at second base. The 1-1 pitch home from Wells, lined in over to the right side, but that's going to be a foul ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wells, no strikeouts in the ball game today. He's looking for his first. Zach Carr's looking to reach base for the 3rd time. Wells is set. No one holding on the runner at second base. Casillas with a big lead. The 1-2 pitch way inside the breaking ball. Carr had to duck out of the way of it. Wells hasn't had very good control of that off-speed stuff all day long, and now the count is going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second base. The Bulldogs leading 10-0. 11 hits on the day for them today, as the next to Zach Carr. He goes up and gets it, sends a high fly ball into center field. It's going to be Zane Ray who charges. He's underneath it, and he makes the catch for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the Bulldogs add on even more. They score 3, and they now lead 10-0. It's going to be 6, 7, and 8 for the Vikings here in the top half of the fourth innings. The Bulldogs have made several defensive substitutions. First pitch from Wagers is in there for a strike. We're going to try and get all of them to you. We're not 100% sure of all of them yet, but we do know that Zach Corson is in there at second base, as that one is chopped on the ground to shortstop. Bobbled on the play, but thrown over to first base. Carr is able to dig it out, and 6-3 on the putout. Zach Spencer is 0 for 2. That was Braden Houchin over there at shortstop, making his first play of the game. As the second ground out of the day to shortstop for Spencer. It's going to bring up Zane Ray, the center fielder. Ray's been very busy defensively the last couple innings. He struck out back in the second inning as the first pitch off speed, fouled up by us, and it's going to be 0-1. So we've got Corson at second base, Braden Houchin over there at shortstop, and Evan Ruzic sliding over from second base to third. So Andrew Norman and Will Sampson both look like they are out of this ballgame. Casillas and Carr still over there on the right side. Carr at first base, Casillas in right field. McFall still behind the plate, and Wagers still on the bump as the 0-2 pitch struck him out looking. Zane Ray sat down for the second time. And that's going to be Zach Simmons coming into the box now. As Wagers 2 quick outs. Looks like Jaden Lager has stayed into the game in left field, as he's taken the spot of Carter Selk. And it would appear that Nolan Nierenhausen's still in center. So the defensive changes for the Bulldogs have come at second, shortstop, third base, and left field. That's the first pitch from Wagers. Home to Zach Simmons is in there for a strike. Simmons flew out to right his last time up. Sent a pretty good ball out there, but Casillas was able to get it. And a foul ball back to the screen. It's quickly 0-2. Wagers looking for another quick inning. He's already got 5 strikeouts on the day. He's looking for number 6 here against Zach Simmons. And out of the windup, the 0-2 pitch. Got him on the outside corner. He does indeed strike out his 6th batter of the day. A very quick inning for Chase Wagers. And we're going to the bottom half of the 4th inning. 10-0 home team. Lots of changes here at Mahomet-Seymour High School for the bottom of the fourth inning. It's going to be Braden Houchin leading us off, the shortstop, who was in. He came in last inning defensively, and he's now going to be getting his first chance at the plate. It's also a new pitcher for Danville. The left-handed throwing Young is into the plate, onto the mound, I should say. We don't have a first name on him. Number 24, P. Young, pitching from the left side. The day for Dalton Wells is officially done. 3 innings pitched for him, 11 hits, 3 walks, no strikeouts, and 8 earned runs. 8 of the 10 runs that the Bulldogs came around to score were earned, as Braden Houchin is in. He got 1 defensive play in the top half of the fourth inning, and he was able to make it as the soft-throwing left-hander starts him out with a strike. Looks like it'll be Will Jones on deck for the Bulldogs, so Nick DiFilippo emptying the bench a little bit as the 0-1 pitch misses away. 1-1. Houchin wears number 3 for the Bulldogs, as a right-hander starts to get loose in the bullpen. Chase Wagers has thrown very, very well today, but the Bulldogs looking to use some new arms, use some new faces, as Houchin swings through the pitch in the dirt, and it's now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bulldogs needing 2 runs to call this game to a run rule. And the changeup is swung on and missed, but it's going to get back to the backstop. By the time Dylan Brown gets there, he has no play. So it's going to be a strikeout with a drop third strike reached. And it's going to bring up Will Jones. Jones batting for the designated hitter Smith. Jones wears number 23 for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs looking like they're going to be getting some guys some at-bats that don't often get them. As looks like we're now ready to play. Young working with a man on base after the strikeout, but drop third strike, as the first pitch home to Will Jones is a fastball, catches the outside corner, 0-1. Jones has seen very limited playing time so far this season, wearing number 23. Houchin's going to take off for second base. Jones swings through it, but Houchin's going to slide in safely with the stolen base. It's 0-2 on Will Jones, but the Bulldogs now have a runner in scoring position. That was Houchin's first stolen base of the season. As Young is set on the bump, and the 0-2 pitch to Will Jones. Fouled out a play down the right field line. Stays at 0-2. It's going to be Jaden Lager waiting to hit on deck. Lager has been the pinch runner for the pitcher Chase Wagers today, but he came into play left field defensively last inning, and he is going to get his first at-bat of the day. Young is now set. Houchin leads off at second base, and the 0-2 pitch to Jones is swung on and missed. The throw goes down to first, and that is the second strikeout, first out of the inning for Young. That's going to bring up Jaden Lager. Lager, no hits in 1 at-bat on the season. He does have a run scored, and he has been used as a pinch runner quite a few times, as he has been a very good base runner this season, as a spin move check on the runner. Houchin back safely. Lager batting in the 8th spot of the Bulldogs order. It's going to be Evan Ruzic, the second baseman, moved over to third in the on-deck spot. Looks like he's one of the few Bulldogs who will not be lifted for a pinch hitter in this one. The pitch in the dirt is blocked by Smith. 1 ball, no strikes. Excuse me, blocked by Brown. Right-hander still getting loose in the Bulldog bullpen. Not quite sure who that is. We'll get word to you when we know. Again, Chase Wagers throwing a really good game, but with this game basically out of reach. Might try and get someone some reps as the 1-0 pitch misses away. Lager's ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Houchin reached on the drop, 3rd strike. Will Jones then struck out swinging. And now it is Jaden Lager with a 2-0 count. Houchin gets his lead and the 2-0 pitch. Strike on the outside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike now. Several changes defensively for Danville as well. Looks like they've got a new first baseman. Again, no word yet as to exactly who that is, but we'll pass it along to you if they get a plate appearance or when we hear of any official substitutions. Young is back on the bump after getting a new ball. And he's behind in the count on Jaden Lager. 2 balls and a strike. The next one home to him. Misses up in the zone. 3 balls and 1 strike now with the third baseman Ruzic on deck. Ruzic, the only Bulldog starter of the game today without a base hit. Bulldogs have been stretching it out evenly. McFall with 2 base hits, Wagers with 2 base hits, Casillas with 2 base hits. Everyone else just 1 as Lager swings through it, and the count is now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lager looking for his first base hit of the Young season. The 3 ball and 2 strike delivery home to him. In the dirt, called strike 3. He's going to be tagged for the 3rd out. That one was really weird. It looked like it was very low, but Lager was rung up. That's the 3rd consecutive strikeout for Young on the bump right now. One of them reached on the drop 3rd strike, and so now with 2 outs and a man on second base, it's going to be Evan Ruzic. He's grounded out to third base and lined out to center field. Really weird call there from the home plate umpire. That one looked, from our angle at least, like it probably was very low as Ruzic checks his swing, doesn't go around, and the count is 1-0. Young, been very crafty on the bump thus far. Done a good job at taking something off his pitches, off-speed deliveries that the Bulldogs haven't quite been able to wait back on. The 1-0 pitch. Strike in there. The throw is going to be in the center field as Houchin is going to stay put. Dylan Brown threw it. Not even sure if he was trying to throw it back to second base or if it was just an errant throw back to the pitcher. But regardless, it squeaked its way past the pitcher and in between the 2 middle infielders, but without any advancement from the runner at second, Braden Houchin. It's going to be the top of the order on deck. That's going to be Zach Corson, who's hitting for Andrew Norman's spot. But first, this inning has to get past Evan Ruzic, who's currently hitting with a 1-1 count. That one moves inside, and it looks like it hits him as Ruzic is on base for the first time today with the hit by pitch.
Evans hit by a pitch.
That's going to bring up Zach Corson. Corson, no hits in 3 attempts so far this season. He struck out twice and walked once. We saw him come out of the bullpen for the Bulldogs against Mattoon a week ago. He was very effective on the bump for the Bulldogs, as now he will try and provide a little something at the dish, as it is first and second, 2 outs for him. He's hitting in the leadoff spot of the Bulldog order. The first pitch from Young, way up and away, taken for a ball. Looks like it's Carter Johnson who is on deck, currently waiting for a chance. Looks like he will be hitting for Nathan McFall. So almost all the Bulldog starters, looks like they will be lifted from this ball game here today, with them up 10-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-0 pitch is taken for a strike. Houchin is on second base. He reached after a drop 3rd strike. And Evan Ruzic is on first base. He was hit by a pitch. Young has already struck out 3 batters in the inning, but one of them did reach. So we play here with first and second and 2 outs. Houchin's going to take off for third. He got a great jump. No throw from Brown. And he is in there with a stolen base, now 90 feet away. His second stolen base, Braden Houchin, just in this trip around the bases. Still a force out at second base if Danville needs to go that route. Ruzic leads off of first. And the 1-2 pitch coming home to Zach Corson, but first Young is going to step off and reset. Back on the bump now. Young is set, and the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes for second, a pitch out, well timed, but the throw is going to squeak into center field, and the Bulldogs are going to push across another one. Danville seemed to know that that one was coming, but the throw was errant. It got under the glove of Cabot McLaughlin, and in the center field, Braden Houchin comes around the score. Evan Ruzic gets the stolen base. And now the Bulldogs lead 11-0 and have continued to score in every inning so far today, as the count is now 2-2 on Zach Corson. The 2-2 pitch misses up and away, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Carter Johnson waits on deck looking for his first at bat of the game. And Corson looking for his first hit of the season, hitting for Andrew Norman. The 3-2 pitch. Runner goes for third, but it is a strikeout. Young strikes out 4 batters in the inning. You don't see it very often, but the Bulldogs are able to scratch across a run on a drop third strike and a couple stolen bases. We're heading to the top of the 5th inning. Bulldogs lead 11-0.
Okay, good morning, Bulldog families and fans. My name is Nick DiFilippo. I'm the head baseball coach here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. I'm here today with the other spring and summer sport coaches to make you aware of a program that our spring sports teams are putting together to support 2 of our families currently dealing and battling with cancer. This spring, Mahomet-Seymour baseball team will be taking pledges and donations for each strikeout recorded by the Bulldog pitching staff. This money will be collected at the end of the season and shared with the families of Lincoln Trail teacher Sarah Dyer and family of MSHS teacher Eric Andrecki.
And I'm Rob Ledden, the head wrestling coach, and we're also going to participate, and we're going to use pins for cancer.
Hi, Lisa Ayers, head softball coach. We're partnering with baseball, and we'll be taking donations and pledges for strikeouts this season as well.
My name is Keith Pogue. I'm the head boys track coach. I'm also representing our girls track program. We're going to contribute based on first place finishes this track season.
Hi, I'm Jeremy Davis, head varsity coach for the girls soccer this spring. We're going to be doing goals for cancer.
For more information on this initiative, please contact the head coach of any of the spring sports programs, as we'll be sharing this information also through the Sky Alert system, our social media, and other ways throughout the building. And remember, no Bulldog stands alone in their battle.
Top of the 5th inning here at Mahomet-Seymour High School. More defensive changes as Braden Smith is going to come and be the pitcher. Braden Smith started the game as the designated hitter today, was eventually lifted for a pinch hitter, and is now back on the bump, making his first appearance of the season as the new catcher is Carter Johnson behind the plate. Chase Wager's day is officially over as the left fielder Jason Gray is leading things off. He struck out swinging his first time up, and he's quickly behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Smith works out of the windup, and the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. He starts off with a strikeout. 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. And it is quickly 1 out here in the top of the 5th. And it's going to send the top of the order to the plate. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter for Danville. So Cabot McLaughlin's day is done. They're going to get some guys off their bench as well, as Smith's first pitch, fastball, misses away. 1 ball, no strikes. Chase Wagers, his day is officially done. 4 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit by pitch, no earned runs. A really good outing for him after a little bit of a shaky relief appearance against Mattoon a week ago. he came through and gave the Bulldogs some much-needed scoreless innings. As the 2-0 pitch misses away, Smith quickly falls behind 3 balls and no strikes. This is the top of the Danville order. Again, pinch hitter for Cabot McLaughlin. And the 3-0 pitch misses away. 4 straight balls after 3 straight strikes. And Danville has a base runner on here in the top of the 5th inning. And now to the 2 spot in the order.
And that brings up the shortstop, Cam Fairbairn, number 1.
And that'll bring up the 2 spot in the order. That's going to be Cam Fairbairn, the shortstop. He singled and also popped out to the pitcher in the ballgame today. He's got 1 of 2 Danville hits. And he comes up swinging, swings through a Braden Smith fastball. 0-1. Smith, one of the Bulldog catchers, has been the designated hitter as of late, as his right-handed bat has been one that Nick DiFilippo has to keep in the lineup. He's been swinging it very well, getting his first chance on the bump so far this season, as he is set out of the stretch. And the 0-1 pitch to Fairbairn. But first time is called after Smith was in the high set for quite some time. Dylan Brown, the catcher, waits on deck. Bulldogs looking for a ground ball. Double play would get them out of this inning. The 0-1 pitch misses upstairs. Fairbairn thought about it, but then was able to eventually hold back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fairbairn with his 4th hit of the season back in the 1st inning. He's now 4 for 23 on the year. Make that 5 for 24 as he rips that one into left center field. It's going to be cut off by Lager. The relay is a good one. Houchin's got a runner backed up at second. They got him. The throw back to first. The Bulldogs could turn a double play. It's going to be a rundown. Ashby gets the throw back and drops the ball. He's going to be safe. Really good play in the outfield by Jaden Lager to start all of it. His relay throw to Houchin was eventually got the runner out at second. And then Fairbairn was caught up between first and second, but he was able to escape out of the rundown. The new first baseman, Keegan Ashby, just had it pop out of his glove, and it's going to remain 2 outs in the inning. That would have been one of the stranger double plays you've ever seen. And that one is going to be 7-6-4-3 on the putout, as Smith is set to Dylan Brown. Curveball in there for a strike. Really good movement. Brown's 0 for 1. He struck out looking and also walked in this game. Cam Fairbairn with 2 singles on the day. He's got 2 out of the 3 Danville hits. He's been playing very, very well. Struggling on the year, coming in with a batting average of only 143, but turning things around here today as he leads at first base. And the 0-1 pitch from Smith home to Brown. But time will be called. Smith had come set for just a little too long, and Brown wanted to step out and reset. Designated hitter Nate Knapp is waiting on deck, should the inning get to him. The 0-1 pitch chopped on the ground to second base. That's going to be Corson, who bobbles, makes the play, though, and throws out Dylan Brown, as that is the end of the top of the 5th. As we are, Danville not yet taking the field. We're waiting. Looks like that is going to be a run rule, and that is going to be the game. The Bulldogs score in every inning offensively. They win 11-0. Chase Wagers gets the win after 4 shutout innings from him. The Bulldogs put up 11 hits and score 11 runs and hold Danville scoreless as they improve back to the 500 mark, 8-8. They will be in action this weekend at Charleston for an Apollo Conference doubleheader. You can catch Bulldog TV right back here on the air for next broadcast. It's going to be Tuesday next week. It'll be a doubleheader against Effingham. So 2 games here on Bulldog TV. You are not going to want to miss that. I'll be right back for that. This has been Ben Greenberg for another production of Bulldog TV. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great night.